Digital Escape. It was a brand new channel, it was a brand new idea, and that channel has gone from 0 to 300,000 subscribers in just 6 months, and now it's up to almost 20 million views, 15 million. It's getting a lot of views, that's what I know. So yeah, this class is basically just going to teach you a little bit about my story, how I did what I do every day, how I did what I did, and also I want to answer quite a few of your questions because I'm sure you guys have some questions about what I did that are more specific. So yeah, starting out, I started doing this when I was 18 years old, and I was in college at the time for broadcast journalism. I wanted to be that guy you saw on the news. I wanted to be like, Bryan Seacrest or, Diane Sawyer, or, that anchor that's just like, the weather today. I was gonna be that guy, just run with it. If you mess up, just keep going. Make it into a blooper. Bloopers are really funny. Everyone loves bloopers, so don't be worried about it. Same thing goes back to band interviewing. Don't be afraid of messing up or whatever. Like, the band doesn't care if you mess up, like, whatever. So just be yourself, have fun, and making mistakes is not that big of a deal. Most people think it's funny or cute, or it makes you look like innocent or something. So yeah, don't worry about making mistakes or being nervous on camera. Yeah. Who else has a question? You, right in the back. You're gonna have to like scream at the top of your lungs. Can someone like repeat what she said?
How do you handle criticism?
How do you handle criticism? Thank you. I think that's very similar to what I just said, but like a little bit different. Obviously, like I think with criticism, like you just have to, you gotta just let it roll off. Like I think the more relevant you get or the more popular you get, the more criticism you're gonna get. I mean, I honestly, for a while, it felt like the Warped Tour Facebook page was a BryanStars hate page. I got so many hate comments every time I was posted. But like that's okay. Like honestly, if they know who you are, that's what matters. It means that either their friends are talking about you or whatever. Obviously, a lot of you guys, you want to do YouTube for a living, right? So you want people to know who you are. Well, if they know who you are, you're doing something right. So whether they're criticizing you or saying nice things about you, whatever. Think about like the people in the world that are the most successful. Let's just go through a list. Barack Obama, One Direction, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber. How much shit gets talked about these people nonstop? But they're the most successful people in the world. Ryan Seacrest, is another one. I love Ryan Seacrest, one of my biggest role models. So many people talk crap about him. Point is, like, if you're succeeding, you're gonna have people start talking crap about you. Your hair, the way you look, the way you talk. Why is this girl famous? Why is he famous? You're gonna get that a lot. Doesn't matter, like that's the thing. The bigger you get, the more trash we're gonna talk, and that's good. Haters make you famous. That's a good saying, and I really believe that 100%. So the other thing is, if someone is literally spending their time talking smack about you, it means that you're so successful that they are spending their time talking trash on you, and they have nothing better to do with their life. How sad is that? Literally, they could be out, with their girlfriend or a boyfriend, or they could be eating pizza, they could be watching a movie, but no, they're commenting on your career because you're so successful, and they have so little of a life that going on in their life. That's pretty sad. So yeah, don't even worry about criticism. It doesn't really matter. So, yes. Scream, shout.
Okay. Do you have to have like special connections in order to start interviewing bands, or like how do you get started in that?
Okay, so her question is like with bands, do you have to have special connections to interview bands? Actually, for me to interview bands, I actually found this lamp like from Aladdin, and I made a wish with the genie. No, for real. With bands, I definitely think like having like if you guys want to try interviewing bands, even if it's not your main thing, working like with school yearbook, school newspaper, something like that is very, very smart way to do it, because obviously like with a YouTube channel, like even if you have like 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers, bands might not think it's the right thing for them. I do think that with with school yearbook, or especially, I'm sorry, let me start over. Like with college, I think a lot of you guys are going to be in college at some point, hopefully. But yeah, so with college radio or college newspaper, that's a really good way to get access to bands, because bands want to reach young people, or high school actually, high school newspaper. That's definitely a good way to get access to bands. In terms of like how to contact them, most bands, you know how you go on Facebook, you can go to About, they list like their general manager and stuff. That's a good way to like find out who their point of contact is. Most bands will list like the person who to reach. But when you email them, make sure you keep it very simple. So don't email them and be like, hey, it's Jamie. I think Vic Fuentes is really hot. And oh yeah, I'd also like to interview them. You know, like make it very like professional. So be like, hey, my name is Jamie. I work for, you know, the Dallas, you know, what's a high school here? Whatever, the Dallas School newspaper, and we reach, you know, our school has 5,000 students, and I'd really like to do an interview with this band. Here's some links to some other interviews that I've done. So if you've interviewed 3 or 4 other big bands, that's a very good way to, you know, to show that you've done good stuff. They can obviously go and read it and be like, okay, this girl knows how to write, she does good stuff. It'll be like 5 or 10 minutes of your time. Thank you very much, sincerely, Jamie, and then like your phone number and stuff. So keep it very simple, because publicists or press contacts are probably getting hit with 50 or 60 emails a day. So they don't want to sit there and read your life story. They just want like, you know, the simple stuff, and show them why it's going to be good for them, or good for the band for them to do it. You know what I mean? So don't beg for it. Show them why it's going to be good for them to do the interview. So with me, I would just be like, hey, it's Bryan. You know, I have 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'd love to have, you know, 10 or 15 minutes with, you know, Black Veil Brides on this date. Here's some links to my previous interviews with Pierce the Veil, Falling Universe, Asking Alexandria. Please let me know if we can set this up. You know, sincerely, Bryan. And that's it. And then usually they would set it up, so it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, what's your question? Okay, so her question is, did you ever do any sort of personal advertising? Number one question I get a lot is like, should you, like in that realm, is like, should you do like Facebook promotions? I don't think those really work at all. I think it's kind of a ripoff. I wouldn't do like the Facebook promotions. Also, like YouTube lets you like buy ads to like spawn, you know what I mean? Like the pre-roll ads, whatever. I don't think those work. I think that honestly the best way to advertise yourself is to turn your viewers into your marketers. You know what I mean? So like by doing that, you turn them into loyal fans. So let's say you post a video and you get 6 comments. Instead of being discouraged by that, make sure that those 6 people get the most personal thank you that you can. Reply to the comment with thank you and whatever they said. Reply to it directly. So if they said they liked your hair, be like, oh my gosh, thank you for liking my hair. I bet your hair is awesome too. Or, you know, like, let's make it really personal and be like, if they say, oh my god, I love Black Veil Brides, you know, respond and be like, oh my gosh, I love Black Veil Brides too. What is your favorite, or what other bands do you like? You know, turn your viewers, make sure that like when even if you have a very small fan base, turn them into like, you know, make it feel like when they comment, they're gonna get a very personal response, and they're literally commenting just so that they get that personal thing, to where they're tuning in every time, and then maybe they're telling their friends like, oh, there's this girl named Emily that's always uploading videos and she's very loyal. When I was first starting out on BryanStars, like the first year I was doing it, I responded to every single comment. Even when I was getting like a couple hundred a day, I was responding to every single person. That was a big part of my job, because I knew that to grow, I had to make sure that everyone that was commenting felt appreciated and stuff. If I tried to do that now, I'd probably be dead. Because I honestly get thousands of comments a day now, and it is impossible, you know? I'm also traveling all the time, so a lot of times I don't have internet and stuff, but when you're at this point in your career where you can do that, definitely do it. And then maybe you'll get to a point where you can be like, hey, I'd really appreciate if you tell my friends about your channel, tell your friends about my channel, and you know, they might actually do it, you know? So marketing. Other thing is like, you know, there's nothing wrong. I see a lot of people doing this, is like, you know, whenever All Time Low posts a new music video, you know, post on there and be like, hey guys, I have a channel where I talk about bands a lot. You guys might like it. But try and make it creative, like, you know, instead of just making it spammy though, maybe give them a creative reason. Like, in my last video, I talked about why I think Alex and Jack would have a secret relationship or something. You know, have a lead in there, you know, like get them to come to your channel. Put that on every All Time Low music video every 2 days. I mean, honestly, who's gonna stop you? So, I mean, you can just think of creative ways. When I was starting out on BryanStars, I used to comment on like 20 or 30 music videos every day as well, and be like, hey guys, I've interviewed Hinder. I used to interview Hinder. Or I comment on Slipknot videos and be like, hey, I interviewed Slipknot last week. Come to my channel and check it out. I asked them, like the 3 funniest questions. I asked them what their porn star name is. I asked them, what was why they kicked this member out and this. You should totally come check it out. I really think that was a big part of growing early on. So anything creative you can do like that. So who else has a question? What is your question?
What did it take for you to put together My Digital Escape? What did it take for you to put together My Digital Escape?
What did it take for you to put together My Digital Escape?
Okay, so what gave me the idea, or what did it take?
What did it take?
What did it take to put together My Digital Escape? So this is actually a great question. So I think My Digital Escape is a brand new channel that we started 6 months ago. How many of you guys have heard of it? Anybody here? Awesome, very cool, guys. Well, you guys don't know, it's a collab channel, which means that one person uploads every day of the week, and it's 7 YouTubers. The reason a lot of collab channels form is because it's a great way to exchange subscribers. So everyone sends all their subscribers to the channel, all their viewers, all their Twitter followers to the channel, and everyone uploads 1 day a week, and then you give the channel a YouTube name. So we started a channel called My Digital Escape, but we wanted it to be really successful, so we tried to give it a brand. I feel like all you guys that want to make YouTube videos, you gotta decide what your brand is going to be. For me, obviously with BryanStars, my brand was bands, right? I got big off of interviewing bands. I made myself a logo called BryanStars Interviews. I started uploading music videos and acoustic performances. I started covering music news. My whole brand was bands, 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 bands. Then I started a Twitter account, and I started, anytime All Time Low or Pierce the Veil or anybody did something, I tweeted about it. So that's more bands. I started tweeting, band-related things. I made a Tumblr that was all about bands. I released a clothing line. And the thing where all that really ties in is that when you want to start making money from it, you have a way to do that. So I started releasing band-related shirts, and I had an audience that loved bands, right? So going back to that question of My Digital Escape, whenever you're trying to figure out how you're going to do your guys' YouTube channel, you got to figure out what is your brand going to be. You can't just be like, 1 week I'm talking about cats, the next week I'm talking about airplanes, and tomorrow I'm going to talk about how to feed your fish. You got to figure out what is your brand going to be and kind of stick with it, because your subscribers have to be tuning in all the time because they're interested in what you talk about. So for me, with My Digital Escape, we want it to be like a scene O2L. If anyone here know what O2L is? It's sort of like the One Direction of YouTube. They're like a boy band on YouTube kind of thing. But we wanted to be like a scene collab channel. So everyone on the channel is very band related as well. It's sort of sticking with the band thing. We wear band shirts. A lot of us have piercings or tattoos. A lot of us have dyed hair and shit. But we're like a Warped Tour collab channel. It's kind of what we were going for. And that's our image. So if we tour, it's pretty much probably going to be people who go to Warped Tour that also would go to our tour. If we release band merch, it's probably going to be it's very similar to the merch that you guys wear. That's kind of our brand. And I feel like for you guys, if you decide ever to make a YouTube, or when you try to build your brand, you definitely want to try and make a brand around what you want to do. So I don't know, who here has a YouTube channel right now? Okay, what is your passion? What kind of YouTube channel do you want to have? Challenges and dares, and do you like this sort of music and stuff? Cool. So she wants to do challenges and dares. I see that she has the colored hair, which is really cool. I like her look a lot. I think she has really cool hair. I would definitely with her focus on maybe doing band related challenges and stuff. I'll give you another example. Yesterday, Alex Durame is I see a lot of girls in this crowd, actually, so let me give you a girl example. Alex Durame from My Digital Escape, she changes up her hair all the time. 1 week she has red hair, a couple weeks later she has blue hair, another week she might try pink hair, yeah. So there's a company that wants to work with her to release her own hair dye brand that might be sold in stores. So that's where your brand can be very important, right? So also she's gonna have a clothing line at some point, and maybe Hot Topic will want to work with her because all of her fans are part of that scene. She talks about bands, she's very relatable to kids in the Warped Tour scene, so Hot Topic might want to work with her. So I just feel like with you guys, you definitely want to figure out like who is your target demographic going to be, like what kind of fans you want to attract. So then when you want to release clothes, merch, stuff like that, it makes sense. How many of you guys have ever wondered how YouTubers make money? That's actually a big question I get all the time. Okay, so with YouTubers and money, you might think that YouTubers make most of their money from YouTube ads. We do make some of our money from YouTube ads, but I would say it's not the overwhelming majority of our income. Think of it the same way that like most bands don't make most of their money through music sales because people don't buy music anymore. They stream it on Spotify and stuff. YouTube is like Spotify, it just doesn't pay very